Hi guys. So you were either in school today with me and were able to ask questions, or you were at home not able to ask questions, and tomorrow we have a graded assignment. So I just want to go over some of the problems from today's classwork in case you do have some questions. So I'm just going to pick some of the harder ones here. So I am going to do number 8 and number 11, and then I might touch on some other ones. So number 8 here, it says that K and L are complementary angles. That means if they're complementary, then they add up to 90 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and take these two angles, add them together, and set them equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so complement means that they add to 90. Now I'm just going to simplify. So I'm going to combine my like terms, 10x and 3x. That gives me 13x. And I have 3 minus 4 gives me negative 1 equals 90. Then I'm going to add my 1 to both sides, and I get 13x equals 91. My last step here is to divide by 13 on both sides, and I get an x value of 7. Now, always check, did I answer the question like I said in class today? So find x and the measure of each angle. I've not fully answered the question yet. They asked for x. I did that. Awesome. I now have to find angle K and angle L. You really only need to find one of them, and then you should just know that they're complementary. So I'm going to go for K. K is 3x plus 3. So I'm now going to plug in that 7. So I got 3 times 7 is 21, plus my 3 gives me 24 degrees. So I know that angle K is 24 degrees. I also know that K and L are complementary. They add to 90. So I can just find angle L by doing 90 minus 24, and I get an angle L of 66 degrees. So now I found both angles and I found X. I'm good to go. The last problem, hopefully you saw, if you were home, hopefully you saw my classroom post today that there was a line that was missing. So I'm just going to draw that line in. If you had a lot of trouble solving it without that line, that is why. Now, this problem is a little tricky because we have two different variables, so we have to look at what relationships we have here. Easy to see right off the bat. If I cover this part of the angle up, I can see that I have a straight angle here, 180 degrees. Sorry, I need a manicure really bad. So I can see that those are 180 degrees, and that means they form a linear pair. They are supplementary angles, so they add to equal 180. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I have 5x minus 17, add together with this angle, 3x minus 11 should equal 180 degrees. Now, I can solve this problem because I have only one variable here, just my x variable. The y has not come into play yet. And the y doesn't really have a direct relationship with either of these. But what I can use eventually is this is 90 degrees. We know that because of this little box here. So if I look here, that means that I have these three angles that are all part of this straight angle. So I'm almost doing angle addition. I know that these are adding, these three make a whole, and I know that this whole is 180. Okay, so that's going to be my next step. So here I'm just going to simplify to find x. 5x and 3x gives me 8x, negative 17, and negative 11 gives me negative 28. I'm going to add 28 to both sides, and I get 8x equals 208. And my last step is to divide by 8 on both sides, and I get that my x is equal to 26. Now I've got to start to look at that other relationship over here. So I have these three angles should all add up to 180 because they form a straight angle. They're all supplementary together. I can't really call them a linear pair because pair means two, but I can say that they are supplementary. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add those three angles together. 2y plus 5 plus 90 plus 3x minus 11 equals 180. Now, if you analyzed this and took out the 90 and just said, well, these two angles should add to 90, that's okay. If you could think that one step ahead, then that's awesome. You can go ahead and set your equation up as 2y plus 5 plus 3x minus 11 equals 90 if you were able to think that far. If you weren't, it doesn't matter because you'll end up basically taking the 90 away from the other side anyways when we solve. So I'm going to combine like terms here. When I combine my 5, my 90, and my negative 11, oh, I'm forgetting one thing here. I have my 3x, so I first have to plug in my x variable before I even do any of that. I can add those to be 95. And now I'm going to do 3 times 26. Okay, because right there I have two different variables. I can't solve that with two variables, so I have to go ahead and take my x and plug that in. So now I'm going to do my 3 times 26. That gives me 78. 95 and 78 added together, subtract 11. Just simplifying, that gives me 162. And then I'm going to subtract 162 from both sides, and I get 2y equals 18. And that makes my y, when I divide by 2, equal to 9. Okay, so I just wanted to post this video, especially for students that are going to be distance tomorrow, just in case you have any questions or concerns before the graded assignment. The quizzes that you will be doing today is pretty much easier than this. So if you feel good about both of them, you're definitely good to go for the graded assignment. If you have questions, I'll try to answer emails in school tomorrow if you are a distance learner tomorrow. But try your best, reach out through email, and I'll try to answer on my off period. All right, have a great day, guys.